Hey y'all, just coming on here real quick. Happy Hump Day for the people catching the replay. Cause I figured might as well start talking at the beginning, cause you never know. Um, you know, people catching it on the replay, and hopefully everything is coming through clearly. I know I'm looking a little crazy. I am. I'm waiting on a sister lock client, and the people are still here. Doing the bathroom, and it's just like I'm ready for them to be done. They doing an amazing job, but it's nothing like not having your house to yourself. you know, Especially like with the dogs and all this stuff. I'm just like, oh God, I'm ready for them to be done. But I just decided to jump on here real quick. Tomorrow I'll be, going live with the Tell Me Something Good Thursday. But while I was waiting on her, I said, let me jump on here, see who might jump on, see what y'all want to chit chat about. As y'all know, I'm reading Atomic Habits. In the last few chapters that we talked about, it really emphasized like environment. And even though this is stuff that, I knew, I don't know what's the word, that I was aware of. Like, yeah, if you have you have a very cluttered, area, room, office, whatever the case may be, yeah, it's gonna be hard to like process and think clearly and, just have a flow to whatever you're doing. But the way that he's explaining, environment is, yeah, it's key. Just like with the guys doing the bathroom, we thought it would be way less dusty and just kind of chaotic because they had done our kitchen before. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Tamon, um, that you feel that way. Thank you, Motion Leak, or is that to Taiwan? Um, but yeah, like with the kitchen, the way that the house is situated, it's still dust everywhere. So it's like you have to wash things 2 times and things like that. So it's like, yeah, it's hard to kind of have your regular flow and be productive and things of that nature when your environment is like not conducive for what you're trying to do, right? So that last week book club message is, hitting hard this week for me. But I see a few people coming in. Thank you. Appreciate it. Also want to thank all the new subs over here. We call you part of the real ones tribe. So thank you for joining the real ones tribe. Um, Seems like my content lately has really resonated with people. And I'm gonna make sure I continue to, give you quality and, authenticity and realness. So, um, thank you. Thank you for being here. Hi, Danette. Hi, Helen. Or is it Helene? Um, okay, Tamar. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, anyway, guys, that's just some stuff that was on my mind, just coming through for a little bit, like I said, before my next client comes, and just to see what you guys doing on this Wednesday. Oh, it's still morning time. Wednesday morning. I've been up since 6:30, so feel like it's the afternoon already. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I appreciate that. I That's the only way I know how to be, Danette, is keep it real. I feel like when you can just kind of keep it real, then nobody can, well, people can always have something to say, but it ain't gonna phase you, because it's like, well, this is my truth, this is my experience, this is how I see it. And so I appreciate people who appreciate that. So thank you very much. But yeah, I ain't got much going on today. Trying not to reveal too much so that tomorrow, the things that I do want to talk about and share with you all won't be a repeat for those who can make it. But just taking a chance and seeing who was on. Is anything you all want to discuss? I got maybe about 10, 15 more minutes. Um, and you know, did uh, how's everybody's week going so far? It seemed like a long week to me. And I gotta go into the city tomorrow, so that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, thank you, Taman. I appreciate that. Which kind of content do you like the most? I know I tend to do more kind of like XJW content, especially lately, because it seems like that's what the people want, and I pay attention to what you know the real ones want. I try to balance it out with what I want to talk about with what it seems like is needed. So I'll definitely be doing more content for people my age, Gen Xers, especially when it comes to starting a YouTube channel, and just how to like not overthink it, but some things that you should, or I shouldn't say should, things that I learned in the process, because it's been maybe about 6.5 months now. Yeah, about 6.5 months. I started October 3rd. And so, oh, I'm a dog person to mine. I have two. And the little one is screaming and barking right now because he don't like to be in the crate. But with these workers here, they can't just move around freely. So I am a dog person for sure. But yeah, like I was saying, definitely gonna be coming with content for people of my generation. Like I say, it was a lot of trial and error. I do feel like I'm kind of getting in a groove, especially like when it comes to titles, thumbnails. Obviously, my editing, I think is, gotten better, so that the videos can be a little bit more, concise, not super long, but, everybody different. When I worked in a community clinic, I used to love the long videos. I would put them on like a podcast. So I loved when people had a long video, because it just make the day go by quicker. But you know, we all different. So sometimes it'll be a little bit of a longer video. But lately I've been trying to keep them, like maybe under 25 minutes and things like that. And for the people who did take the time to watch my later dater content, I am going to finish up that series. And I need to do it before they might do a season 2. I don't know. So yeah, trying to just get those things together. Like every week, every month, I have this plan. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this, that. Stuff happened with the bathroom. We knew we wanted to kind of get it done this year, and we knew we wanted to use the same people who did our kitchen. Oh, excuse me, y'all. But then they was like, well, we got a big project coming up, so if you want to, let's do it now. And that's how that happened. And that's how my whole last couple of weeks been thrown off. All right. Danette said, I love your XJW content with your own brain thoughts. Okay. I ignored my brain while in that sect. Really appreciate the validation that you give regarding one's own intuition. Oh, absolutely. Oh, sorry to hear that, Taman. Absolutely. Like every XJW channel, especially people who kind of dedicate a good chunk or their entire channel to that kind of content. Everybody is different. You're going to have some people who do kind of do debunking with, um, with the Bible verse, like the New World Translation versus another translation, and things of that nature. Some that's going to be very, biblically scholar like, and then some who just almost using the channel like almost like a little bit like therapy. For me, it's very therapeutic as well, because it's like I've gotten to a point where I feel like I've returned to who I am. That's why the channel is called Same OT, because even during my time in the organization, I still feel like I was fighting to hold on to who I was at the core, as far as just, being a good person, a lot of things that never sat right with me. Like, why don't we help the homeless? Why don't we, feed them or do a clothes drive or, things of that nature? How many am I doing today? What you mean? Videos? None today. I would love to get my next 2 videos recorded so I could edit them. But the way I'm feeling right now, after I do this person's hair, I know I'm probably not going to get myself together to do that, because I have some errands and some stuff I need to work on. But what was I saying? So things like that, I used to be like, why don't we help people? And, the only answer I would give is like, oh, the greatest help you can give them is, having a study with them or giving them a track. And it's like people need what they call it, like tangible, the hierarchy. I learned it in nursing school. But, like people need Maslow, that it? I think that's what it is. Yeah, you need your basic needs met, before you start worrying about all these other things. That's why when people say money ain't everything, well, it all depends on who you're talking to. Because if people don't have enough money to take care of their basic needs, like having good food every day, right? And what I mean by that is nutritious, because you can go almost anywhere and get something out of a box, a bag, a can, and it ain't necessarily good for you, right? But quality food, a safe place, to sleep and live, water, access to healthcare, things of that nature. There's a lot of people who don't have that. They don't have that. So um, saying, becoming a JW is just going to magically make all that better. And then 9 times out of 10, that's how they bring people in, right? And then the person, now they indoctrinated, so you don't even realize it. You're going through the process, and you might get a couple of friends that might help you a little bit, help, stable you out and things of that nature. But that kind of help can come from anywhere, you know. And the thing of it is, if you decide, you know what, I don't know if this is quite the religion for me, those people will no longer be your friends. And all the things that they were doing to help you would end up being like in vain. It wasn't sincere. Like, I can't tell you how many people I would see buy baby shower gifts and things like that, or do certain things, more so as a way to bring that return visit to the point of Bible study, right? Or that Bible, make that Bible study maybe become a little bit more regular. And it's like, it wasn't coming from a purely genuine, heart. I'm sorry that you sick, Taman, you know, it just wasn't coming from a genuine, place. So those things have always been a part of me, because that's kind of like how I was raised, where I saw those things. Even in school, we used to do a lot of, like community type things. Um, yeah. So anyway, that's a little bit of a tangent. So yeah. So I forget how I got on that tangent, but needless to say, Um, I feel like my voice and my particular style or what have you definitely resonate with people. And I think my situation is very unique because um, you don't necessarily, at least I haven't come across a lot of channels that are still here. Maybe people might have told their story and that was it. That's pretty much all this, on their channel of someone who came in as an adult, um, and not having really no affiliations with it as a young person. Like you may hear somebody say, "Oh, my grandma was my granddad or aunt or uncle, something like that." So they might have went to the hall if they spent the night or something like that. But I didn't have none of that. I didn't have none of that, and so it can be very crafty how they, uh, play on your emotions and kind of suck you in. And something, let me say this, and I'm going to make sure I put this in future videos. This is my experience, and I have the right to share my experience the way I want to. We live here in America, and, it's not personal for me. That's why I don't, try to put people on blast, use their real names and nothing like that. And give them, code names and things of that nature, just so that it makes sense in the story that I'm telling. Or I don't want to say story because that sounds like I'm making it up, but in the experience that I'm sharing. And so, I don't have no problem. If they was to come to my door and everything, I would just simply be like, no, thank you. I wouldn't be rude, nasty, or nothing like, because that's just not who I am. I'm not that type of person. Um, if any of the ones who was my friend, quote unquote friend, when I was in, and they decide to get out or what have you, hey, how you doing? I will talk to you. It's not me that got the problem. It's them. So when people get in the comments and try to say, like, why do you hate Joe? I never said I hate him because I don't, you know. Um, this is my experience. So just like if I was on this channel talking about the things I went through as a teacher, things that I experienced as a nurse, which I am going to do content on that, especially nursing. Teaching has been so long and teaching has changed so much. I feel like whatever whatever content I could develop around that will kind of be outdated because what these teachers going through now, oh baby, I know I couldn't have been teaching. I don't even think I could have been a principal. And I'm running into so many old teacher buddies who have left the system. They are either like doing something on in higher education, or they didn't just move to a whole nother, sector. Don't have nothing to do with education per se. Maybe the role that they are doing is one of an educator, but the industry is different. It's like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. That's like, Lord forbid, if I had to ever go back to do bedside, I don't know. I don't know. I probably have to go. I don't know. Work at the grocery store or do something like that because I just don't think I could do it. I don't think I got enough what they call it bandwidth to do it. Oh, okay. So you 8 years old and you can text this well. Oh wow. I'm surprised that you 8 years old on this live because it always asks me if this content is for kids under 18, and it's always no. So I thought when that's the case, they wouldn't even shoot it out there to you. But you say today your birthday, happy birthday. Um, so anyway, guys, that is just me chit chatting a little bit on a Wednesday morning. I really thought it was the afternoon. Um, about what I got going on. I'm really excited to get them out my house, get my house and life in order. Um, as it starts to get warm. Um, So excited about that. The good thing about my client that's coming, her head, she's not a long, it don't take long for me to do her hair. So that's a good thing. Um, but that's it. So tomorrow we'll do Tell Me Something Good Thursday. I have to go in the city. I have a situation that has been going on for over 10 years regarding a house that I do not own, have not owned it since what, June or July of 2014. So this will be what, 11 years coming up. And it's just so hard working with the city of Chicago sometimes. But I am praying for a miracle tomorrow because I'm so sick of this. It's like, Lord have mercy. It makes me never want to ever own property in the city of Chicago or even Cook County for that matter. But I guess that wouldn't apply because technically I still live in Cook County, but it's the suburbs of Cook County. So, but anyway, yeah, so I got to do that tomorrow. But I might go get some tacos. So that's a good thing about going to the city. You get to kind of go to your favorite restaurants. All right, Tamon, take care. Now questioning. Oh, great. Can't wait for the nurse section. Okay. I went for LPN while I was baptized. I personally never had a blood issue. I had no problem doing any months. That's good. You know what? I did an interview with Awaken Truth. I don't know if you're familiar with their channel. And they had asked me, I think we talked about the blood issue. And I was telling them how I used to be so like have anxiety about, oh Lord, if I have to, run blood for somebody, especially when I was a mother baby nurse, people can have post delivery hemorrhaging and things of that nature. So that was my concern. And it was so funny because Lexi, she's a nurse too. And she was like, I never she said that never crossed her mind. Like it wasn't no thing for her. She was more like what to do, unsure, like when she would have to care for people that she knew that was like disfellowshipped and stuff. And when you think about all this stuff, it's just so crazy that you have to think about all this stuff. And it's like these last couple of videos I did on the memorial, I mean, it got people in their feelings. It's like Q Drake song. What is it called? In My Feelings. Kiki. I think that's my favorite Drake song. But it's just like goodness gracious. So all right. I will make sure I get the nursing content together. So I feel like I'm doing better. I have been cheating a little bit. And I've been putting out reels. Is that what they call shorts on YouTube to so that I feel like I'm being consistent. So I'm trying to come up with a strategy. It seems to be working because I think that's how a lot of people are finding me. That and also, I did 2 videos about the memorial, which was this weekend. You said, now questioning said, back then I reasoned that I was the witness. I have no right to tell them what to do. Exactly. Like, I definitely wasn't going to tell them what to do. But then it's like, how it would be like, am I being blood guilty because I'm running it? And it's crazy because it's like, this has nothing to do with me. This is just my job. It's illegal. I am a nurse. I have been trained and licensed to say you can do this task. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, guys, I hate to get off so abruptly, but she should be here in like 4 minutes. So I'm gonna just get off now so I can be ready. All right. So hopefully you can tune in tomorrow. Um, Tell Me Something Good Thursdays. I go live on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come on over, chit chat, say hi if you can't stay. Love to have you over there. We get into some really good conversations. And I'm still working to figure out, I think if I start going live through, I had purchased, it's called Restream. I think if I start going live through there, I think it's a way that people could call in. So then, everybody don't have to text what they want to say, and then I don't have to read it or what have you. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, the flow of YouTube. Like I say, I only been on here 6.5 months, and I'm proud of myself how much I have progressed so far. But anyway, one last all witness who work at Walmart don't refuse to let you pay. Exactly. That right there is straight facts. Right. Right. Like, you so right. Like, do you, if right, or if you worked at Party City, do you just like, oh, I can't ring up these balloons because they're for a birthday? That is so right. I'm gonna have to use that in content and remember to give you credit. All right, y'all. Let me jump off. Till next time. Peace.